Hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. I'm back for another Coffee and Cards Live. Good afternoon. It's Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon in my part of the world here in the UK. And I have got some fun paper crafting for you this afternoon. It's not such a bad day here. The weather isn't too bad. The sun has been peeping out and it's not as cold as it has been. I'll just wait a few minutes to see if anybody hops on live with me before I start doing any crafting. In the meantime, I'm just going to check that I'm live in the right place. I'm doing what I should be doing. Let's have a look. Just on my laptop. And I think all is well. I think I'm live. Do let me know if you join me live, then I can respond to any comments I might see as I come along. Something's going on with my laptop. Nothing's ever smooth in YouTube live streaming land. Oh dear. It does say I am live, so that's good. Yes. There we go. I've got a bit of a delay, but that's absolutely fine. So yes, it's time for coffee and cards. Now, I don't have a coffee this afternoon. I ran and grabbed myself a cold drink very quickly because I was running out of time. How bad is that? So anyway, if you're watching me live, do say hello. I would love to know if you're watching and where you're watching from. Today, I thought I would play with some of the beautiful flowers from our Celebration catalogue. Flowers, papers. I'm obsessed with these papers. They are in here and they're called the Dainty Flowers. Let's have a look. And they are free with Celebration. Look how beautiful they are. They are called the Dainty Flowers 12 by 12 Designer Series papers, and they are free with a £45 order from my Stampin' Up shop. But these papers are just gorgeous. They actually go coordinate with a bundle that is in the new mini catalogue that is from January to April. Let's have a look. I've got to see if I can find it. They are called the Dainty Flowers Papers. Might be easier for me to look it up in the back. Let's have a look. See if I can find it. So it will be a bundle. That's stamp. I like this catalogue. It has an index in the back that shows you bundles, then the stamps, and then other things, which is really good. So it's called the Dainty Delight Bundle, and it's here. And you get all these gorgeous dies and stamps, and they are on page 55. So let's have a little looky-see. Here we go. So it gives you loads of ideas to use with these stamps and dies. They're absolutely beautiful. So you can stamp these and die cut them all out. And they've got this gorgeous sentiments with these pretty fonts. Celebrate you. Thank you for your kindness. The best is yet to come. Sending love. Dainty Delight stamp set. And then you can get the bundle. So you can get the stamps, you can get the dies, or you can get them together. So if you get them together and use that code, that bundle code, you save 10%. And they are £52 for both, which means you will get these beautiful papers that coordinate for free in Celebration. You just choose it at checkout. So those papers. But today I'm not playing with the stamp die bundle, actually. I'm playing with the papers, but at least you know. You know. Right, let me have a look. Hello, Margaret. How are you? Lovely of you to join me. Thank you for that. Right, my laptop is a little bit behind the live, I think, but that's okay. So if I don't respond straight away, that's why. Okay, here are the papers. Now, I have used an awful lot of mine. I'm sure I've still got most of the designs left, but I have chopped into them and I've got at least another packet en route to me. They are just so pretty, and they've got all these wild flower designs in them, and then they've got this gorgeous, it's almost like a watercolor feel on the back with this more of a neutral floral print there. So I've got this one. This one is a similar print, but it's slightly larger. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the what's this one called? All these gorgeous flowers. Cow parsley, but it's not, if you know what I mean. Oh, they're so pretty. So that's that one. And this is like a big watercolour print on the back. And I've done a scrapbook page, which I've put away actually using these like watercolour ones. This is ideal because you can cut out all these panels and use them for cards. So there's 6 on there, and then there's gorgeous flowers in the middle. You haven't used yours yet, so you're looking forward to see what I design. Well, I've just got some really simple cards today, Margaret, but I think the possibilities are pretty endless. I like this one because we can cut it down the middle and make cards from that big panel. Got a piece here I was using for a scrapbook page and then changed my mind, and I'll be keeping that and using it on another one. I've got my end pieces also going to be used in scrapbooking. So I keep all my scraps and use them all. There's a piece that I have cut stitch circles out of, look. Right, so here's some more designs. Here's the ferns and the leaves. So pretty. And then it's got this gorgeous, almost polka dot on the back in fresh freesia. And this one. I think what I like most about it, oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's Night of Navy, is that it looks almost like watercolour media paper, or mixed media paper or watercolour paper. There's more of the dainty print with the pink on the back. So you get 2 of each design. They're double-sided, 12 by 12, and then you get 12 sheets. So many. Okay. Right, so we're going to have a little play with these. Now, the first card I make is going to be super simple. Very, very simple card. And this is an ideal use of this paper, I feel. Absolutely ideal to make some simple stamping cards with. You can create a really pretty card to cheer someone up really fast. So I've taken some of the colours from the paper. So I've got the pink for my card base. So this one is Blushing Bride cardstock. A4 scored in half and cut in half, as I normally do for my card base. Okay. And then, I don't know if I can catch up on my video. Can I try and catch up? Yes, I can. Let's bring it. There we are. I don't have such a lag. Okay, and then I have gone with a piece. I picked out another colour, and I've gone for Rich Razzleberry, which is just slightly smaller. So 1/2 centimetre smaller on 2 sides makes it 1/2 centimetre smaller all the way around. So that one is 10 by 14.3. My panel of designer paper is 9.5 by 13.8, so just 1/2 centimetre off again. And then I've got a piece inside my insert, which is 10 by 14.3 centimetres. Okay, so the way I cut my paper, if I'm going to be using it for cards, if you take a piece of 12 by 12 and you would like your cards, well, it doesn't matter which orientation, you just do it the same either way. But these are like portrait cards. I will cut a 10 centimetre strip off the side all the way down, and then another one, and then I'm left with a piece at the end. If you cut these all to size then and cut it in half, and then you cut each one to size, you'll have 6 card fronts with very little waste. So you can make a lot of really fun, pretty cards using the papers. Okay, so I'm going to glue it together, and this is going to be the quickest card you've seen. Almost. A little bit of Tombow, my glue of choice at the moment, because when you pop it on, it gives you a little bit of wriggle room, just a second or two, but you can really get that card front centralized, like that one. And then my paper, which is just as beautiful on that side, look, how gorgeous is that? On this one. I love that watercolour. Okay, so that's going to be for the inside, and I'll stamp on that in a minute. And my aim of this card is a get well card. I've got a few friends who are feeling a bit off colour at the moment. I thought it'd be lovely to pop a card in the post to them, because after all, why are we making cards if we're not sending them out? So my thing is, if you're going to make a card, you need to send a card, but we'll see. So I have picked, this is also a Celebration stamp set, but you can pick whatever you have got in your stash. And I really like this one. It's beautiful, isn't it? I've played with it a little bit. It's called the Beautifully Happy stamp set. And I am going to put sending happy thoughts for a feeling better kind of day. I really like this set. It says, for a very happy birthday, kindness matters, thank you, and you are easy to love. So I am going to use the sentiments from this set. So I've got those out ready. And inks-wise, I've gone for a nice dark ink. I'm going for the rich raspberry to match my layer. Now also, on a scrap of this designer series paper, just a scrap from one of the pieces, I've got like a green piece for the floral image and some green ink. I have cut it out using one of my dies. Now I've used a little label die that happens to come in the Nature's Harvest bundle. Look at the state of mine. It's just a little die. Any little die that you've got that will fit around your sentiment would be perfect. The stitched ones, or just cut out a rectangle or a square and you'll be away. So, but they are super handy, and I use there's a 2 label dies in that set. And I use them a lot actually. So I am going to stamp straight onto the green, and you will be able to see it a little bit. Sending you happy thoughts is what I want. So let's ink it up. Don't worry if your photopolymer stamps get a little bit stained. It doesn't do them any harm at all. And when you use the reds and things, they will get stained. So I've already die cut, and I'm just going to stamp onto it. Normally I would do it the other way around. Okay. Sending happy thoughts. Actually, I'm going to need that one in a minute. Let's give my stamp a clean, because that does help a little bit with the staining. It doesn't stop it, but it reduces it a little bit. Like that. Right, so sending happy thoughts. That's going to go on the front of my card. I really need to do that because I'm going to stick my hand in it. Grab some foam dimensional pads, and we're going to pop it on. So, such a simple card. If you're joining me, or if you've joined me, thank you. Do let me know where you're from. I've got a couple of people watching, so thank you for that. If you're enjoying it, please give me a thumbs up, because that really helps. It helps the YouTube algorithm when you engage with the stream, or you put a thumbs up or something, and then it starts to show it to people who might be interested in it, or suggest it, not show it. There we are, sending happy thoughts. I'm going to pop that there. And then inside, I'm going to use the stamp set again. And I am going to stamp this one, which says, for a feeling better kind of a day. There we go. How cute is that? That's lovely. I really like rich raspberry. It's such a lovely, lovely colour. It stamps on most things, and it's just a really pretty colour. Right, give that a clean. So, the other thing I'm going to do is, do you remember when I showed you the designer series papers? There was a sheet with a lot of large flowers on. Let me show it you again. Where is it? Here it is. Now, if you're feeling brave, and it wasn't that tricky, you can cut some of those flowers out and use them on your cards. And that's exactly what I did one evening. I've sat in front of the TV and I cut out a load of these gorgeous flowers from the designer series paper, and I've been using them on my cards, and they are so pretty, and I think they look gorgeous. So a little bit of cutting and you can really pretty up the inside of your card. I think I am going to use this one, and then I use the others on other cards just to make the inside really pretty and step it up a little bit. A little bit of glue, don't need much. If you have any scraps of your designer series paper, it's always lovely to decorate your envelope as well. So that one's going to come in here. And you've still got room then to write on your card. So that one's going to go inside. I think it's quite effective having that flower inside. Like that one. So that's that. That is so pretty. I'm just going to see if I've got any gems. Right. So I've got the basic rhinestones, which I'm tempted by. I've got the champagne rhinestones, which I quite like the pink, but I'm not sure. And then I've got the brass butterflies. The brushed brass butterflies. I think we might use a couple of the brushed brass butterflies. Try saying that fast. I haven't used these for a while. Oh, I've got lots in here that I think it's time they came out. Right, I think I'm going to use the small ones so they're not so conspicuous. You have to notice them. Not so contrived. One there. And then one up there. And one more, I think. Just turn it around so it's not facing exactly the same way as the other one, because that would look odd. There we go. So we've got our butterflies on there. Sending happy thoughts. And then inside, we've got a feeling better kind of day with that beautiful flower inside, which is really, really pretty. I think I might come back and decorate the envelope at the end, depending on what paper and what orientation I've got. But that's my first card. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's so pretty. And these are going out in the post pretty soon because I need these. Here's my sample one that I made. Exactly the same, to be fair. Just haven't added any little gems on that one, but you can see how pretty they are. And they all look slightly different depending on which panel of the paper you're using. So that's nice. And I use the same flower inside. So that's those ones. And then I thought, now there's something I wanted to do that I haven't done. And I don't know how this is going to turn out. So we'll go for it and try it out. We are going to use the one that's got the panels. If I can find it. Not that one. Not that one. Is it the other side of that one? Nope. Nope. Is it underneath? Aha. There it is. So we're going to use some of that. And I think we might use some of this blue, one with the blue back on it. And let's move that out of the way. And have a look. I must have cut a strip off this one. I think I did. On my scrapbook page, I used the blue. Okay, I'm going to cut these up. I'm going to cut the panels out now. This is the brave bit. Gonna be brave. Right, now I want my trimmer to go in the middle so that I don't cut any of these flowers off and I don't cut any of this off. So let's see where that takes us to. It's about 12.4 centimeters to get it right in the middle, I think. Well, we're going to go for it and see. All right, so we've got 12.4 was where I did it, and then I'm going to do at the top and see where we've got. So if I go right in the middle of these two panels, we'll call it 10. So we have a panel, and actually cutting it at 10 like that means that this wreath of flowers is fairly centered. So it's 10 this way, but it's only, what did I say, 12 something this way. So let's grab a card base. Now I did pick out another pink one. Let's have a look. So what I think I'm going to do is, so it's 10 that way. I might make it 9.5 to give a bit more of a border so it doesn't look like I've kind of not quite cut it off. Or I've just cut it off a bit too much and I hadn't planned to. Right, 9.5. We don't want it to look like that, but we don't want to cut the edges off our wreath. So I've got 9.5 panel, which is nice. On there, and then I think I'm going to cut this one. So we've got 9.5 by 12.4. So let's cut a piece of this out. Let's cut it at 10. Let's see. So that should fit nicely on there because the pink is 10.5. And this is going to go on here. So, but I think I'm going to make it the entire length of the card. So the length of the card is 14.8 centimeters. So 14.8 centimeters is the long length of the card base. So let's cut that. Move this one out of the way. And then that should be all the way up and just leave a nice border down both sides. And then that one goes on there like that. I quite like that. And then we're going to stamp on the middle. I feel like I need another piece of paper on here though. I think I'm going to raise it up. So we're going to stamp. Now let's think about what stamp we can use for the middle of this. Now I haven't thought about that yet. So what have I got here? I might need to get something with a kind of a vertical sentiment. Now what about that one with, let me just find it. What have we got? Oh, this looks nice. This is the framed florets. Let's see if these will work, because these are really beautiful and I really love the font on this set, and it's very floral. Wishes for a beautiful birthday. Looks slightly big. Take that off because that's a bit annoying. Wishes for a beautiful birthday for a special person on a special day. I think this is too fat. Yes. It's not the sentiment I was thinking of, but it might work. Let me think. Ah, there it is. I knew I had one that was kind of a vertical sentiment, so I think I'll go with it. Let's have a look. It is Life is Better with Friends like You. Let's have a look and see how this fits. This is a lovely one. Flowers of Friendship. Yeah, I love that. So I think it fits a little better than the Wishes one, but I might try both, and I might try that later on and then pop it up on my Instagram. So I'm going to use the Flowers of Friendship stamp set. I'm going to grab a block. Now, this is the brave bit. I've got to stamp it right onto here. Now, I am going to go with Rich Raspberry. And we're going to try it out. Oh, I'm a bit worried about it. Straight onto the designer series paper. So, yeah, this doesn't stamp straight, or there might be a problem with me, which is probably more like it. Okay, let's go for it, shall we? What do you think? Oh. Life is better with friends like you. Right, we need it right in the middle. Wish me luck. Oh, look at that. That turned out. Hooray when it turns out. Life is better with friends like you. It would also look nice if you had a little small oval die. It would look nice raised up on that, wouldn't it? So I think what I'm going to do is make it very simple and put the glue on. Put the glue on. Right, I'm going to measure how big this is. Did I say this was 9.5 by about 12.4? I'm going to grab a bit of scrap paper, scrap cardstock, and let's see if I can stick that onto there and make it a bit more rigid. 9.5, 12.4, nearly the right size. How did that happen? Let's see. Yep, so I'm going to put the glue on the card. Like there. Just going to pop that on there. Oh, you'll see where I've got ink on the back of that spare piece of card. Probably what was hanging around on my desk. So how is everybody? How are you, Margaret? I hope you're well. Okay, so we've got it on a more robust piece of cardstock. The paper's not thin or anything, but it kind of just gives it that really kind of, what's the word? Rigid look for the card. If I'm just, because what I'm hoping to do is raise this up on dimensionals, so it won't kind of sag like maybe a piece of designer series paper might. So lots of foam pads, or the strips, they're very useful, or the sheets of foam, self-adhesive foam, they work too. So lots of those on there. Put one there. Okay, tons of dimensionals. Let's take the backs off and put them in the bin. I've got my dog in here with me again today. He's laid on the floor. You might be able to hear him. He sometimes wanders around and you can hear his little feet patting about. He's always in here, to be honest with me, when we're live. He likes to be included. Right, all of the foam pad backs are off. And then we just want a really even border, top and bottom. Life is better with friends like you. So beautiful. And all it is a piece of designer series paper, and I've stamped in the middle. Yeah, I like that a lot. Right, I'm going to have a drink. Okay, let me know what you think of it. Would you have a go? You're fine. It's very windy there in Lincolnshire, but the sun is coming in. Your conservatory, oh, what a lovely thing to do. We have a conservatory and it's a real sun track too. And it's lovely just to sit there, isn't it? You can kind of pretend that you're on your holiday. I'm looking for a little die. I don't know what we've got in our dies. Oh, that's beautiful. Have you seen the Queen Bee dies? They're gorgeous. So that would be lovely. But I don't really need to put one on the front. But those flowers, look at those. Okay, I'm just going to put some gems on, or some butterflies, I think. I don't need to overdo it, is what the issue is here. A few of the brushed brass butterflies on the top. Just so that you can see them. There we go. And then on the inside, I need to stamp something nice. I'm going to take a different stamp from another set. You can make this card into whatever you wish. You can use a stamp from your stash. You could make it a get well card, a birthday card, a whatever card. So I was going to put So Lucky to Call You Friend. It's such a lovely set. Let's put this one back in that I took out. Special person on a special day. Such a great set. So Lucky to Call You Friend. We're going to use that one. And I think I'm going to come back in and see what flowers I've got left that I've cut out from the designer series paper to pop inside. Right, here's my envelope of goodies. I really like this one. So I could pop that one in. It wasn't difficult. I know you probably think I'm mad, but it wasn't difficult to cut these out. And they do make it look really pretty inside. But I think I'm going to stick with this red one. I'll pop some glue on. Ooh. So, had so much fun last week. Last week I ran 2 classes. Well, last Thursday night I ran my monthly in-person card, and we used the little elephant, the elephant parade bundle with the Dandy Designer Series papers, and we made some really fun cards. It was great. That was my in-person class. And then the Sunday prior to that, I had an all-day class where we used the By the Bay suite to make lots of lovely projects. And I am offering those classes as an online option too. And you can find out all about them, how to get them. If you live in the UK, you can order those, and they're available now. And the details are on my website at inkstampshare.ink. So have a look if you fancy subscribing. You don't have to subscribe. You can do it as a one-off if you like. You just pick a class that you like. So all my classes throughout the year, the months of the year, will then go online. So you get all the kit, you get the tutorial, and then you get a video with it as well. So there we are. There's our second card done. Just some simple cards for you today, letting the Designer Series paper do the talking. So pretty. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I will be back on Friday for another Fun Friday Live. So if you've joined me live today, thank you so very much for joining me. And yeah, I will see you next week. And if you're watching me from the future, please say hello from Tomorrowland. Tell me if you really like this Designer Series paper and which card you prefer. I'd like to know. Check out my blog, my website at inkstampshare.ink, and you can always find my shop at katebolt.stampinup.net, and you can get these papers for free with Celebration. All right then, thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.